What is going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here. Just got back to the car after Spurs battered West Ham today in the London derby. 4-1. Brilliant response to the Brighton debacle just before international break. I went with the game here with my Uncle Aid. How are we doing? Are we happy today?
Absolutely.
Obviously, it was a brilliant response, wasn't it? Because today could have easily been like a big banana skin, especially in the first half. We saw that 1-0 down, West Ham exploiting us on the counter. But I thought, brilliant response to conceding. It wasn't the best performance first half, but you know, we got back in the game with a bit of quality from Kulusevski. And to be fair, as soon as we scored, I think we were by far the better team, weren't we?
Yeah, I think that's fair. And also, we scored at the beginning of the second half a really good time. It kind of like, you know, broke them a little bit, I thought. Yeah,
definitely. I think first half they were being very stubborn opposition. You can see they were sitting very low, hitting us on counters. Bowen was getting a lot of joy. Whenever Kudus was getting on the ball, we struggled to get the ball off him, and they were causing us problems in that first half. And when they took the lead, it was just they took the lead just after they had another chance from Kudus, which Vicario had to save. And it looked like West Ham had a game plan in this game to frustrate us and do what a lot of teams do essentially, which is hit us with a low block. And well, you know how Tottenham play. We leave space. We play with risk, but that's the downside to how we play. But the upside is today, you know, first of all, our pressing and our quick interchanges. How many chances we create, even when we weren't playing well. We had a few openings. You know, Brennan had that chance, you know, where which he probably should have scored. Sonny had a shot that flashed wide. So we had a couple of openings. But West Ham, I felt, for the first half an hour, probably dealt with us pretty simply. And it was a bit frustrating. You could see there was a bit of tension in the air, especially when they took the lead and Kudus was getting the ball. He looked like he was making a big influence, didn't he, in that first half? But yeah, obviously Decky getting that goal, which I thought he had a brilliant game throughout anyway. But I think that made a big difference, didn't it? And I think it just settled everyone down, and getting that goal before half time probably changed the game, I would say.
Yeah, after they scored the goal, I mean, we had a lot of chances, but we didn't actually look like scoring in the first half. And then when we got that, it just kind of calmed everything down, and it felt like we remembered what we were doing.
Exactly. And then, yeah, second half, he makes a brave decision. I'm not sure if it was due to injury or tactical, but he takes off Maddison at halftime, brings on Papsar. You know, obviously losing that creativity is never a good thing, and you're probably naturally going to be a bit worried as, you know, we're not winning and where are the goals going to come from. But I think Pape came on and played brilliant in that second half, and I think he's been improving week on week, to be fair, because I don't think he had a good start to the season, but I think came on and made a big difference in that second half, and obviously got the assist for the third goal. Brilliant pass in transition to Sonny. But yeah, we got that goal, as you say, right at the beginning of the second half. Brilliant play on the left-hand side between Son and Udogie. A brilliant outside of the boot pass by Sonny. Udogie checks back, lays off to Basuma, and he came into the side today off the back of what Bentancur has been playing quite well, and he got his goal. That's his second goal of the season. Actually, 4 goals.
Is that double?
Yeah,
or triple?
I think more, because he didn't get any goals last season. So that's his second goal for Spurs. Actually, 4th goal if you include country goals as well, because he scored 2 for Mali this season. So he's already on 4 goals, incredibly, Basuma. But yeah, good finish, good timing of the run. Got involved in the attacking play, which was really good. And that goal definitely pretty much won us the game in a way, because as soon as we got that goal, West Ham changed their game plan. Their game plan was out the window, essentially. They couldn't sit in that low block anymore. You could see they were pushing their fullbacks all the way up, and we exploited them ruthlessly, I thought. Just time and time again. Obviously, we got a bit of luck with the third goal, but it was a ruthless counter-attack. Kulusevski on the counter, lays it off for Son, and his shot, obviously a bit of luck, goes in off a West Ham player. And then Son again, ruthlessly, in those transitions, which he's so good at, runs down the left and gets the 4th goal. Once it's 4-1, it's absolutely game over. And in fact, at 4-1, West Ham made a triple change and went to a 3 at the back. So I think they were probably thinking at that point, damage limitation and try and contain Tottenham, because we were just destroying them time and time again as soon as we took the lead, weren't we? Just counter-attack after counter-attack.
The second half, it looked like the score could have been anything. We were just looking so explosive and so dangerous.
Yeah, fantastic. And it's so great to see Son back in this kind of form after being injured for a few weeks. Obviously, you can see, I think, not going on international break probably did in the world of good, because he looked really fresh today. He looked like back to his best, to be honest. So I think that break definitely did in the world of good. Who would you give your man of the match to?
Oh.
So there's a few candidates probably.
I think possibly Decky. He was so strong. He was everywhere. He came up with a great goal almost out of nothing, really, because he was right on the edge of the area. So yeah, I would. But there were a lot of candidates,
and he was unlucky not to get an assist, because that own goal would have been his assist. So yeah, I was leaning towards Decky, but thinking about it, I think I might just lean with Son, because I actually thought Son in the first half, even though we weren't particularly great, I actually still thought he was probably our brightest attacker and probably looked like the most likely to do something. And he actually, again, right at the end of that first half, should have had an assist when he did that pull back and no one was there. He had a couple of good efforts as well. And then second half, I thought he just destroyed them. He opened them up for the second goal. Obviously basically got two goals, was unlucky with the own goal, and then got the fourth goal. So I think Son, I'm just going to lean with Son, but I agree, Decky was fantastic. And he's just Mr. Consistent this season, isn't he? Every game he's performing for us in that central of the midfield. He's like a new player, and he's getting more regular goal contributions now. He got the goal against United. He got obviously got the goal today, brilliant goal. So he's adding that to his game on top of all the stuff you said, like his strength, his ability on the ball to weave in and out of challenges and just not lose it, is so brilliant. And yeah, he was so great today, wasn't he? And another strong performance. I think all round, I can't think of too many poor performances. I mean, it's always easy to say that after a win. I thought first half Solanke couldn't really get involved, and then second half he started to bully those West Ham centre backs, didn't he?
Yeah, saw a really strong second half from Solanke, and he made some really good moves. Some really great positions, and
it makes such a difference to have that presence up front, doesn't it? When sometimes, I think last season you would lump a hopeful ball up there and it just comes back at you because we're losing it. And this time you put a 50-50 ball up there and he just takes it into his chest. He backs into a defender and all of a sudden it sets you up on a really dangerous attack. And that's what he brings you. I know he didn't get goals today. I don't even know if he had any shots on target, but I think he had made a big influence today. I guess the big down point, not because he played badly, is just Brennan Johnson's run of goals comes to an end, which is a shame. He did come close on a couple of occasions, for one in the first half and forced Areola into a save into the second half. But that is a shame, but I still think he provided a threat, didn't he, down that right-hand side? And I still think he played fairly well. I don't think it was a case of him having a shocker. No. But I think all in all, having had that diabolical second half against Brighton, it was really important to have that response today of coming back from the international break and just taking West Ham to the sword. We needed a big performance. And, first half, there was probably a bit of a worry that it was going to go against us, but we turned it around. We got that big performance out of us, and it was Postecoglou's first win in a London derby, or big London derby anyway. So that is significant. It puts us back into the momentum we were before the Brighton game. So instead of the narrative going back to Spurs underperforming in results, all of a sudden you can probably say it's 6 wins out of 7 now, and all of a sudden momentum's with us again. So really important. Got Europa League on Thursday, so I think pretty much if we get a win and that's 3 out of 3 in Europa League, we're pretty much through essentially into the next stage. So that'll be great. But top performance, great start to the weekend. Sun is shining. I think every Tottenham fan has a smile on their face today. So really brilliant performance, and really good to put West Ham back in their place. And as well, before the game, I predicted 4-1, and Ben was like, "What are you talking about 4-1?" Well, look who's laughing now. So that's what I'm talking. I'm sure he's laughing as well, to be fair, but I'm just going to take my prop because I predicted 4-1 and I got it right. And also, we did mention the Kudus red card. Stupid thing to do, isn't it? Yeah. Having seen him, he put his hands in his face. You can't do that in a modern game. He had an
amazing game for West
Ham. He did, didn't he? And he was their best player. Every time he got the ball, he just strikes fear into you. I think maybe it was for his frustration boiling over late in the game. He puts his hands in, I think, Van der Ven's face, and VAR gave him a red card, so he's going to be missing 3 games. So that was a talking point near the end. I don't think he can have any complaints, to be honest. But yeah, look, brilliant start to weekend, brilliant performance. Enjoy your weekend, Spurs fans. We'll see you very soon. Like, subscribe and comment, and as always, come on you Spurs.